Okay, so we have seen this concept in previous lecture as well, but just to summarize, uh, that left hand side poles will have stable system. If there is only one or single pole on right hand side, then it will be unstable signal. We'll go in detail. And you can see in the diagram we have single poles here, single pole here, single pole here, single complex conjugative pole. And axis, on imaginary axis we have not shown in any pole. What happens if pole is present here and here? What happens if pole is present at origin? Okay, that would be say discussed later. And what if there is a repeated pole? Suppose one pole is and another pole is located at same, say -2, then what happened? That we'll learn in further ppts. So just you please remember, according to the S plane, how to define stability, that we have seen. So moving ahead, we will see one by one example, and we'll understand whether the system is stable or not. Stability definition, you know, it is a BIBO stable. If output is bounded with bounded input, then the system is stable. Bounded means what? It should not move towards infinity. It should have certain end. Okay, so some forms of the important forms of the transfer function that you have to remember every time, because it is very useful. So I have one transfer function g of s, which is nothing but c of s upon r of s. C of s is what? Response, that is output, and r of s is what? Input, nothing but excitation. Its transfer function is say 1 upon s plus a. We have seen in very first lecture what is 1 by s plus a means. So we will take impulse response. So what is impulse response means? Impulse response means your input is 1, r of s is 1. So putting r of s is equal to 1, then of course your g of s will be equal to what? 1 upon s plus a. So g of s is now 1 upon s plus a. This is what? This is in frequency domain. We have to convert it into time domain. So we'll convert it into time domain, and to convert in time domain, we take inverse Laplace. That's why we have seen Laplace transform properties and inverse Laplace transform properties. So we had a table in second lecture that Laplace transform of e raised to power minus at is 1 upon s plus a. Of course, the inverse Laplace transform will be now e raised to power minus at, where if we equate what is the pole of this system, for this system pole is, we will equate s plus 1 is equal to 0, therefore pole will be s is equal to minus a. So you can see one single pole is located on s plane, left hand side, right hand side में image है रखी हुई मैंने. So it is minus a, and what is the response? Response is e raised to power minus at, and if you put the value of a here, then what you will get for from time t to 0 to t, you will find it is exponential decay. This signal will be like this, e raised to power minus at. So in this case, this transfer function, how is the output? Impulse response, output is bounded, not moving to the infinity. It is moving towards 0, and somewhere it is vanishes, and we have seen into the definition. Therefore this system is stable. Let's have another example. We'll locate poles everywhere on S plane and we'll see the output. I have the same system, say C by R, but the transfer function is different, that is 1 by S. Now I want impulse response. Impulse response is nothing but IR. I want impulse response. For impulse response, we take what? R of t is delta of t, and उसका ट्रांसफर फंक्शन अगर लिया हमने, सॉरी लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म लिया, तो it will be r of s is equal to 1. That is also in second lecture of this unit. So you please make a ppt, sorry, make a printout to understand this concept better. So r of s is equal to 1 is the impulse response. So g of s will be equal to c of s will be 1 by s. So we'll take inverse Laplace transform of this 1 by s, and we know 1 by s ka inverse Laplace transform is u of t, because u of t ka Laplace transform is 1 by s. So now u of t means what? It is a step. It is a step output. So and where is the pole? Pole kahan pe hai ye system ka? 1 by s is the transfer function. So we'll put denominator equal to 0. This s is equal to 0. So of course pole is simple pole which is located at 0. So on s plane it is located at s is equal to 0, exactly at origin. If I take inverse Laplace, then I get c of t is equal to, that is output equal to u of t, that is nothing but step. So your output will be step input. So what you can see here, it is a step input, it is a constant throughout the time. It is not neither moving to the infinity nor moving to the zero. It is a constant step input. Step signal is the constant output. Now whether it is stable or not, stability ki definition we have seen that if the output is unbounded, then it is unstable. If it is bounded, then it is stable. In first example, it was bounded, so we directly said that it is stable. And here you can say it is also bounded because it has a constant voltage or constant energy not moving to the infinity. So it is bounded, of course. So output is bounded. That's why I'm writing stable. But you will find one more word here, marginally stable. Also, it is called critically stable. So what is marginally stable? What I have this function, this one, any of this. So if the impulse response of the system is suppose absolutely integrable, then it is a stable system. Now you can see, I'll move to the first example again because we have to understand the concept rather than mugging up the formulas and the steps. So you can see in first example, if I integrate this signal, then absolute integration is possible. You can find out the area of this. Signal is bounded and it is absolutely integrable. That's why I will say stable system. But coming to the second signal, it is this. The output is bounded, but if you want to integrate this, the integration is unbounded or unbounded. Instead of saying unbounded, I'll say it is not absolutely integrable. Area nikaloge, so area will be infinity. So here I have two examples in front of me. First one is output is bounded and integration is absolute. That's why it is a stable system. But we have another system below that, this one 1 by s wali, wherein your output is bounded, but integration is not absolute. It is not absolutely integrable. And such system is called stable, but it is marginally or critically stable system. I hope you understood the concept. And again, before proceeding ahead, am I audible and is PPT visible? Because today I'm going
Yes,
to,
yes, sir.
yeah, because today I'm going to tell you very, very important concept rather than say formulas and diagrams only. Okay, moving ahead. अभी क्या देखा है हमने in this example? I located pole in left hand plane and I located pole at origin. Then what happened? We'll do opposite to this. Now I have a system g of s, which is c of s upon r of s is 1 by s minus a. So 1 by s minus a, if you put this equal to 0, your pole will be s is equal to a. That is of course positive. And if it is positive, it is located on the right hand plane real axis. S is equal to a. It is not complex. It is a real number. So it is located on real axis on right hand plane. This is right hand plane, of course. So again, I wanted to plot the response of this, but which response? Impulse response. And for impulse response, we take input R of s is equal to 1. Then taking inverse Laplace transform, g of s क्या होगा फिर? G of s or c of s will be equal to 1 upon s minus a. So taking inverse Laplace transform, because what I want to do, I want to plot this signal into time domain, and to make it time domain, I will convert this from frequency domain to time domain by taking inverse Laplace. Again, we do have formula in second lecture PPTs. 1 by s minus a, its inverse Laplace is e raised to power at, माइनस साइन नहीं यहाँ पे, अभी प्रीवियस इसमें माइनस साइन था. And if you plot this e raised to power at, it will start from 0. Suppose t is 0, then e raised to power 0, you will start somewhere here. Okay, you will start somewhere here. So it will go likewise as you go on increasing the time, it will go towards infinity. So is output bounded? No, output is not bounded. So no need to check for integration. Okay, if output is not bounded, then directly we can say system is unstable. So as I discussed earlier, पहला ही पीपीटी हमने जो देखा है वो लेटर ऑन भी हम उस पे डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं, बट इंटेंशनली आई केप्ट दैट एट फर्स्ट. ओके, सो राइट हैंड प्लेन पे आ गया, देन इट इज unbounded and system is unstable. Let's have another example. G of s is equal to C of s upon R of s is equal to 1 by s square. 1 by s square means what? How we can write s square? We can write 1 by s square is equal to 1 by s into 1 by s, or 1 by s into s. What will be the pole? Pole कैसे find out करोगे? Any answer from your side? What will be the pole here? We'll put s is equal to 0, again second s also equal to 0. So there will be two poles. That is, pole will be p1 is equal to 0 and again another equal to 0. So there will be two pole. This is called what? Repeated pole. As it is, its location is 0, it is located. I have made two crosses here. You can see. थोड़ा side by side करना पड़ता है दिखने के लिए, but it is override. So two crosses at origin means there are two poles at origin because of this transfer function. So again, I wanted to see the response of this in time domain. So for that I will take impulse response. So R of s I will take 1. So your G of s is equal to C of s is equal to 1 by s square. And again, if you see the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square, it is equal to t. So taking inverse Laplace, I get output response in time domain C of t is equal to t. Now t को plot कैसे करना है? t अगर 0 रहा 0, t अगर 1 रहा तो signal will be 1, t is equal to 2, then it will be 2, t is equal to 4, 5, t will be infinity, then your signal will have infinity. So you can see it is rising up towards infinity. Is it bounded? I'm asking question. Is it bounded? Is output bounded in this? No. So
No,
if
sir.
yeah, of course. If output is not bounded, that is unstable. Area के बारे में, integration के बारे में सोचना ही नहीं है. It is unstable. Output is not bounded. So you just compare. I'll not go back, but you just compare. If there is single pole at the origin, the system is marginally stable because it will have constant output, but area is not integrable. But if it is repeated at the origin, then your output is unbounded. So it is unstable. So if somebody asks you, the poles are located at the origin, two poles are located at origin, what is the stability? So you can directly say it is unstable system. And now you know, if this semester goes, say completely goes online, then your unit test as well as final examination will be also online. So there will be conceptual question. There will be single line. If there are two poles located at say origin, then system is option A, unstable, B, stable, not determined, all of above, marginally stable, whatever. So such kind of question asked. So you have to prepare conceptual rather than mugging up the concepts. So next transfer function, G of s is 1 upon s plus a whole square. Again what I will do, इसके हम पोल्स निकालना चाहते हैं. यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया नहीं, बट इट इज वेरी इजी. यू कैन पुट s plus a square, s plus a whole square equal to 0. then you will have s plus a into s plus a is equal to 0. So you will have two poles, that is P1, pole 1 will be at A, and similarly you will have pole 2 will be also at A. So we are going to see the repeated pole example on which side? Left hand plane. So this transfer function 1 upon s plus a whole square will provide you two repeated poles on real axis in the left hand plane. So I made crosses, they even though they appears like separate but they are override, ऐसे ही दिखाना पड़ता है. So repeated pole नीचे लिख सकते हैं, repeated pole at A. I have not shown A here. So A. So let's have inverse Laplace transform because इसका output क्या है ये हमें दिखना पड़ता है. So if R of S, that is impulse response, is equal to say 1, then C of S will be equal to 1 over S plus A whole square. Taking inverse Laplace transform, if you refer the previous PPT again, it will be T into e raised to power minus AT. हमने उल्टा किया था टेबल, वहां पे दिया था Laplace टाइम डोमेन में T into e raised to power AT, its Laplace transform is 1 upon S plus A whole square. So this is the output. So we have to see whether this output is bounded or not. But if you look properly into the output, there are two signals. One is T, another is e raised to power AT minus AT, sorry. और ये दो signal हमें पता है. What is T? T is like this. It is starting from 0 and moving towards infinity. So this is kind of unbounded. But what is e raised to power minus AT? We have seen e raised to power minus AT is, it is exponential decay moving towards 0, starting at certain value magnitude, and it is say moving towards 0. So looking at two different signal, it is unbounded, say I will write UB, and this is bounded, I will write B. But you can see there is one operation in between them, that is multiplication. If I multiply this 0 multiply by any value here, then it will be 0. As it is increasing and it is decreasing, so जो भी है यहाँ पे multiplication, you will get signal like this, will be like this, and somewhere you may have peak here, okay, depending on the magnitude you may have peak here. But here you can see afterward decay, exponential decay पूरा खत्म होने के बाद it is 0. And though your T first signal is moving towards infinity, that will get multiplied by 0. So further the output will be 0. So final output in combination of T into e raised to power AT, final output is this. Final output is this. Now, is it bounded? Yes, it is bounded. It is not moving towards infinity. Is it integrable? Yes, इसका area find out कर सकते हैं. Infinite area नहीं है. We can integrate this signal and we can have absolute integration to find out area. So that's why it is stable. So this is the stable system. Shall I move further? Any question till now? I asked something. Is there any question till now?
No, sir.
No. Yes or no? I'm sorry, I'm not getting you.
No, sir.
Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Are you understanding the concepts?
Yes, sir. We're getting it.
Yes. Are you getting the things?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we'll move further. हमने अब तक देखा repeated pole on left hand plane. We'll move to the next example. I have the transfer function, यहाँ पे s plus a whole square था. I have another transfer function g of s is equal to c of s upon r of s 1 over s minus a whole square. So if you go for the poles here, your p1 comma p2, there will be two poles because we may write this s minus a is equal to 0 and s minus a is equal to 0. So there will be two poles and those are equal to a. So of course those are present in right hand plane, right side, and they are override, that is the repeated. S is equal to A, those are the repeated. Now again impulse response लेना है, put R of S is equal to 1, that is delta t का Laplace transform will be equal to 1. So taking inverse Laplace of this, it will be simple, that is t into e raised to power at, minus sign नहीं यहाँ पे, you please remember, t raised to power at, separate रख रहा है हमें ये t, this is unbounded signal, t is moving towards infinity, so I will write unbounded here, ub, unbounded signal, multiply by e raised to power at. E raised to power at is again increasing exponential, moving towards infinity. ये भी infinity की तरफ जा रहा है और ये भी infinity की तरफ जा रहा है, दोनों unbounded, so this is also unbounded. And if I multiply this together, t and e raised to power at, will start signal from here and will also go towards infinity. So is it bounded? No, it is not bounded. It is unbounded output. Final जो हमारा product बना है t into e raised to power at, that is also unbounded. Thereby system is unstable. This concept will be again repeated into the unit number 3, because unit number 3 is basically based on stability and the root locus. So there will be repetition of this concept, so I will go very fast at that time. I'll repeat this PPT in unit number 3 as well. To understand unit number 1, say better understanding of unit number 1, I'm using this stability concept here also. Because not necessary कि यहाँ पे unit number 1 पे stability नहीं पूछेंगे. I have seen certain questions into the university question bank where the transfer function is given, everything is asked for calculation, or after that small question is kept whether the system is stable or not, or comment on the stability of the system. So you must know, that's why we are going through this. It is applicable here as well. So moving further, I have another, that is g of s, c of s upon r of s is b upon s square plus b square into b. Intentionally this b by b is taken. Actual transfer function is what? This is 1 upon s square plus b square. ये transfer function है, but I have to say convert into certain form because we are going to perform certain operations like inverse Laplace transform. So I adjusted this. I have multiplied and divided this transfer function 1 upon s square plus b square by b. So taking outside 1 by b into b upon s square plus b square. ये standard form में लाने के लिए ये किया है. Again it is in second lecture's PPT. So I have transfer function 1 by b into b upon s square plus b square. Let's have impulse response. R of s is equal to 1. Then g of s will be this one, that is 1 by b, that is 1 by b into b upon s square plus b square. So this one will take inverse Laplace transform. Again you can see the PPTs in that inverse Laplace transform. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So inverse Laplace transform, you can refer the PPTs, previous PPTs. It is 1 by b sine of bt, sine of bt. So this is the signal, and we can see here 1 by b is nothing but the amplitude of the sinusoidal waveform, and omega is nothing but this b, and t is a time period. So, and if you calculate the poles of this system. Those poles will be complex conjugate. ये हम आगे जो एग्जांपल देख रहे हैं 15-16 एग्जांपल्स हैं हमारे पीपीटी में, जहाँ पे आप हर जगह पे पोल्स जीरोस कैलकुलेट करोगे एंड देयर you will understand how we get say real pole or complex conjugate pole. So if you get pole for this will be what? Plus JB and minus JB. It is a complex pole and located where? It is neither located in left plane, not located in right plane. It is on imaginary axis. सेंट्रल में देखा था हमने, कहाँ? Origin पे, but now it is not on origin. It is a complex pole on imaginary axis somewhere minus plus JB, and its output will be of course sinusoidal waveform like this 1 by B sin BT. Now what about the bound output? Is it bounded or unbounded? So of course it is not going towards infinity, इधर भी नहीं जा रहा है, minus infinity के तरफ भी नहीं जा रहा है. So it is bounded. I'll write B. It is bounded. So bounded means it is stable. But if I integrate this, it is not absolutely integrable. That's why it is a marginally stable. Generally, you please remember, if the poles are on imaginary axis, then it is marginally or critically stable because the output is not absolutely integrable. So this is one of the example. Let's move further. Here there is another transfer function which is 1 upon s plus a whole square plus b square, and if you take inverse Laplace of this will be 1 by b into e raised to power minus at. e raised to power minus at इसके लिए है, s plus a whole square के लिए, sin of bt. So you can see there are two signals here. One is a sinusoidal waveform and one is e raised to minus at, and 1 by b is some constant, e raised to power minus at. E raised to power minus at is nothing but exponential decay. So we'll have what? And where the poles are located? Poles are located in left hand plane, and those are the complex conjugate pole here, that is plus JB and minus, sorry, A plus JB and A minus JB as a complex conjugate pole hai. Real part will be A here. So here two signals. So I will plot one signal, that is e raised to power minus at, that is exponential decay. Of course it is bounded because it is moving towards zero, energy vanish after certain time period. Again, what is sin BT? It is a also bounded signal, sin of t, and if this is also bounded sine signal, and both the signals are bounded. Their product will be again bounded because as the exponential decay is moving towards zero, somewhere product of this will be also zero. So you can see your output will be underdamped signal, that it will have certain energy, will reduce eventually and will go to the zero somewhere here. So it is zero after a certain time. So this is also kind of bounded output, that is I'll write B, and if you integrate this, area is also absolutely integrable क्योंकि कहीं तो भी energy zero हो रही है, so it is integrable. So you can see here marginally word use नहीं किया है हमने because area of the output is integrable. ये area हम निकाल सकते हैं इसका. So it is stable system. Moving to the next, I have another one. सिर्फ साइन चेंज हुआ है सेकेंड इसमें. You can see यहाँ पे प्लस है. I'll go for another. That is g of s is equal to 1 upon s minus a whole square plus b square. Taking impulse response rs is equal to 1 and taking inverse Laplace transform, it will be similar signal, but instead of e raised to power minus at, there is e raised to power at. So one constant 1 by b into e raised to power at into sin bt. So there will be two functions. One is increasing exponential signal likewise, and another is sinusoidal signal likewise. पोल्स अगर इसके निकालेंगे तो पोल्स विल बी व्हाट, माइनस ए प्लस जे बी एंड माइनस ए माइनस जे बी, ऐसे दो पोल्स है विच आर लोकेटेड, यहाँ पे गलती से मैंने यहाँ पे लगाया है, दिस इज माइनस ए प्लस जे बी एंड हियर यहाँ पे होना चाहिए माइनस ए माइनस जे बी. So real part will be on what, right hand side plane, RHP real part. अभी real part अगर right hand side पे आ ही रहा है तो we know directly it is an unstable system, but we'll plot the signal to make it sure. So first signal is e raised to power 80, it is moving towards infinity likewise. Another is marginally stable, or we can say bounded. This is unbounded, I will write UB here, and this is bounded signal, sinusoidal signal. But if you make a product of these two, of course, your one quantity is moving towards infinity, so second will be also moving towards infinity. So your signal 1 by b into e raised to power 80 into sin bt will start from 0, because here is 0 multiplied by sine wave ka jo bhi value hai at 0, it will be 0. It will increase the energy and it will go on increasing. It is called overdamped oscillation, will get the value of infinity toward minus as well as plus. So it is again kind of unbounded. So output, final output product of this is unbounded, therefore system is unstable. Unbounded है तो सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, इंटीग्रेशन भी not absolutely integrable, but uska sochne ki zarurat hai. Unbounded, it is directly you can write it is unstable. So up till now in previous PPT and this PPT we have seen if the complex poles are present in left hand side, then system is stable. If complex poles are located in right hand side of S plane, then it is unstable. So with this we have seen certain forms of the transfer function where single pole is located in left hand side means stable, single pole located in right hand side means unstable, complex pole located in left hand side means it is also stable, complex pole located in right hand side it is also stable, single pole located at origin is marginally stable, complex pole located at imaginary axis is also marginally stable, and this one repeated pole on right hand side real axis is unstable, and repeated pole on left hand side on real axis is stable. This is all about the forms of stability. Here what we did till the time, we had one system, we had आउटपुट अपॉन इनपुट का ट्रांसफर फंक्शन लिया है, लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑफ आउटपुट अपॉन, यस एनी क्वेश्चन? ओके, Laplace transform of output and Laplace transform of input, that is nothing but transfer function. But whether it is applicable everywhere, of course no. We have to think of the loading effect on transfer function. Every system में output Laplace transform upon input Laplace transform is not a transfer function or not the correct transfer function. We generally assume, we'll see the example if theory is not sufficient to understand. While deriving transfer function, derived transfer function means output upon input, there is no loading effect, that is no power is drawing at the output of the system. ऐसा हम assume करते हैं. This assumption must be satisfied even while deriving transfer function of each component in the block. If we have several subsystems, say G1 of S, G2 of S, G3 of S connected in cascading, मीनवाइल उसमें कहीं पे भी लोडिंग इफेक्ट नहीं आना चाहिए कि फर्स्ट कंपोनेंट सेकंड कंपोनेंट फर्स्ट पे लोड कर रहा है या थर्ड कंपोनेंट सेकंड पे लोड कर रहा है. दिस मस्ट नॉट हैपन. If one component is acting as a load to another component, transfer function of each component cannot be determined separately. Transfer function of both the component combined should be determined. दोनों को combine करके determine करना पड़ेगा. Both component are put in the same block in the block diagram of or by block diagram representation. Let's have an example. I have an example where you can see the diagram, which is RC circuit. A pair of RC is used, similar kind of pair. You can see here is R and here is C. Again, it is repetition R and C, where Vi of t is the input in time domain and V of t is the output in time domain. If we apply KVL, there will be two current loops, I1 and I2. Both are passing through middle capacitor C. Okay. Now, what we did here, you can see the separate RC pairs, two cascaded. एक पेयर है RC की, ये दूसरी पेयर है जो कि यहाँ पे cascade हो चुका है ये सिस्टम में, इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टम में. So what we did, I have used only one RC pair, say this one. So Vi of t is applied, I of t is a current passing through, and V of t is voltage across capacitor C. We have taken the transfer function V of S upon Vi of S. Then it will be 1 by 1 plus SRC. कैसे निकालना है हमको पता है, KVL लगाना है यहाँ पे. So you will get what? Vi of t is equal to I of t into R plus 1 by C integral of I of t. ये होगा V of t. V of t will be, output क्या रहेगा, 1 by C integral of I of t. दोनों को अगर ऐसे लिख दिया VO upon VI, then you will get 1 upon 1 plus SRC. ये हो गया फाइनल ट्रांसफर फंक्शन ऑफ सिंगल RC पेयर. और मैं ऐसे अज्यूम कर रहा हूँ दोनों कैस्केड में है, तो ऐसे लगा देंगे हम. दैट इज फाइनल. ये वाला ऊपर का जो सर्किट है, ये वाला, this one. For this, two RC pairs, similar RC pairs are in cascade. So overall transfer function, I will write VO upon VI of S is equal to 1 by 1 plus SRC into same term 1 by 1 plus SRC. So overall transfer function will be 1 upon 1 plus SRC into 1 plus SRC. Will it say useful or applicable? Is this overall transfer function? The answer is no. हम गलत डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, जानबूझ के हम ऐसे पढ़ रहे हैं. The answer is no. This is not overall transfer function, because if the voltage Vi is applied here, it will develop certain voltage across this capacitor C, and this voltage will be acting like input to the second RC stage and will develop another output at the output terminal. So that's why assuming this and getting the transfer function in this way is not the correct way. This is not the correct transfer function because of the loading effect. We'll see what is the correct transfer function. What we do, we will get the model equation in Laplace transform. I'll apply KVL to this both the loops. So first loop, Vi of S, ये वाला Vi of S. Vi of S will be R into I of S. यहाँ से I1 of S, यहाँ से I1 फ्लो हो रहा है, so यहाँ का वोल्टेज हमने ले लिया है. Then into plus 1 by SC. 1 by SC is a Laplace transform of C. 1 by SC. यहाँ से कौन से करंट पास हो रहे हैं? एक I1 जा रहा है डाउनवर्ड, I2 जा रहा है अपवर्ड. So it will be I1 of S minus I2 of S, equation 1. Similarly, I'll go for VO of S. So VO of S will be equal to R into I2 of S. ये जो वोल्टेज है I2 इसमें से पास हो रहा है, so R into I2 of S प्लस 1 by SC. दोनों करंट यहाँ से ही जा रहे हैं, बट यहाँ पे अभी फेज अपोजिशन है, I2 पहले लिखना पड़ेगा. So 1 by SC into I2 of S minus I1 of S. ये हो गया सेकेंड इक्वेशन. And finally third, V of S. V of S क्या है? V of S is nothing but voltage across capacitor. That can be easily written. That is 1 by SC. That is impedance of capacitance in S domain or frequency domain. Into I2 ही पास हो रहा है अकेला. So into I2 of S. So V of S will be 1 by SC into I2 of S will be third equation. So ये तीनों इक्वेशन नंबर 1, इक्वेशन नंबर 2 एंड इक्वेशन नंबर 3, इनका सबका यूज करके द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन बाय एलिमिनेटिंग द करंट्स I1 एंड I2 कैंसिल हो ही जाते हैं वो बाद में. So it will be VO upon Vi of S, that is nothing but transfer function G of S, will be 1 upon S square R square C square plus 3S R C plus 1. And this is not of coursely equal to, of course, it is equal, not equal to the previous that we found, that is 1 upon 1 plus SRC into 1 plus SRC. So this is called loading effect. So finally making a statement over this, ये कभी कभी आ सकता है in the problem, so we should know what is the loading effect. So overall transfer function is not the product of individual RC pair, जो हमने previous इसमें यहाँ पे किया था product, ऐसा नहीं है transfer function, because the assumption of no loading fails when individual transfer functions are derived. Here the second RC pair means this one. Second RC pair draws energy from first RC pair. यहाँ से energy draw कर रहा है. It is called loading. Individual transfer function is not valid when in cascade. Cascade में है तो हम ऐसे नहीं कर सकता है. So you can see ट्रांसफर फंक्शन VIFS एंड V of S का एक सिस्टम दिखा है जो हमने यहाँ पे डिराइव किया है. We may write it into the single block, but we may not write like this. V of S is equal to single block 1 by 1 plus SRC into second block 1 upon 1 plus SRC. ये ऐसा नहीं लिख सकते हम. We have to write in this way. So this is all about the loading effect. So furthermore, up to this we have seen, say, the theory of the transfer function, complete theory of the transfer function, then what is explained, how to calculate poles and zeros, that would be calculated later on in several examples, depending on poles on S plane, what does it mean, how to define stability, that we have seen. Now further, I have near about 17 examples wherein we'll only solve the numerical and accordingly we'll say state the stability, whatever is asked into the problem definition. So starting with numerical 1, it is 1148. जितने numerical होंगे अभी, we'll cover those numerical and we'll exactly stop at 1155 or 57 somewhere before 12.
Sir,
So numerical, yes.
सर एक डाउट था वो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में.
Loading effect वाला.
Yes sir.
Yes, Bhagyashri. Okay, we'll
Yes.
go back. No worry.
Yes.
Let me erase the ink. Okay. Okay. This one. Shall I use this one? Yeah, this is the loading effect PPT. What is your question? Bhagyashri.
सर इसके बाद, यस सर, इसके बाद वाला जो पीपीटी था वो.
Okay, this one. Yes, Bhagyashri, what is your question?
सर वो इक्वेशन नंबर 2 में जो LHS है उसको V नॉट ऑफ S क्यूब दिया है, जबकि वो तो आउटपुट में है ही नहीं, बिकॉज वो तो मिडल सिस्टम है.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you are correct. I have to mention some another, say, notation for that. Of course. Thank you. So instead, what I will do here, either I may write V or I may write V dash 0. Thank you for correction. Okay. Okay, thank you, Bhagyashree. Actually, conceptual I was explaining say correctly, but on the PPT I should have mentioned some another notation to this because this is VI, of course.
Sir, my doubt,
Somewhere, yeah,
sir,
yeah,
my
yeah.
doubt
I'll
is
come back to
still
you.
there.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. So this voltage I'll consider it is V dash of 0, and this output is V 0 of S. Okay, Bhagyashree, any other doubt?
सर वो G ऑफ S है ना, तो वहाँ पे V नॉट ऑफ S अपॉन VI ऑफ S है. तो सर जब हम वैल्यू पुट अप करेंगे तो इक्वेशन 1 और 2 में जैसे V नॉट ऑफ S है तो उसको
हाँ
अपवर्ड डालना है या डाउनवर्ड डालना है
हाँ, that is
कैलकुलेटिंग
your
पार्ट
question.
में.
Of course. Actually, ये जो है, if you write this equation, like what will be the transfer function of this part only? I'll write it here in the blank portion. Let me have say pointer. Okay, so I wanted to write transfer function of this portion only. So what is output for this portion? Output for this portion is what? VO dash of. I'll write only S लिखता नहीं मैं. VO dash upon this VI, right? Is it VO dash? ये हुआ output और VI. Okay. Later on, if we go for calculating transfer function of this part, okay, then it will be multiplied by ये हुआ output ये part का और input क्या हुआ? Input is VO dash now. So output is what? VO and divide by this will be VO dash. Bhagyashree, are you getting whatever I am talking? Just consider two separate
यस
here.
सर.
Yeah, means capacitor के across ये जो VO dash आ रहा है यहाँ पे, that is output of output due to VI. That's why I have written transfer function VO dash upon VI. But in second, ये input नहीं है second को. So input is considered like VO of dash. So output is VO dash. Sorry, VO is the output. Therefore, thereby VO upon VO dash. And if you say, you can see the mathematical expression. This and this quantity will be automatically cancelled, VO dash because they are similar, and finally you will get ratio VO upon VI. Is it clear now?
Understood.
Okay, and I
Thank you,
want
sir.
to say mention one point here. Here on this PPT we are understanding the concept. That's why say complete step-by-step solution is not provided. Okay, you might be thinking सर ने VI निकाल लिया, VO dash निकाल लिया, VO निकाल लिया, सर ने पूरा steps क्यों नहीं दिया यहाँ पे? Of course, after solving those steps, you will get this answer. You please try at your home. Later on, जो भी हम numerical solve करेंगे, उसे ऐसा नहीं करेंगे direct stepping. Don't you worry. You will get each and every step and understanding of each and every step in further numerical. But what I was focusing on the concept loading effect here. That's why I skipped some intermediate steps because मुझे ये एक जगह पे सब चाहिए था. So I skipped that. You may say do that. It is very easy. Say what mathematical forms. So you may do that at your end. So any other question to anybody? So in continuation with this, we'll solve only one numerical within 2 minutes. Very simple numerical, and then we'll stop. So numerical one, all the numericals are based on so ODE, ordinary differential equations, and say transfer function. Okay, so total 17 numericals are there, out of which one will be conducted today, and later on we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so one system is given where R and C is in series, where Vi of t is the input and V of t is the output. Simple, very simple, no cascading. There is single system, no loading effect, तो उसका सोचने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. For the system shown in the figure, calculate transfer function V of t, where V of t is the output and Vi of t is the input. So what is the transfer function by definition? You know, that is Laplace transform of output in time domain and Laplace transform of input in time domain. So it will be in frequency domain. It will be V of S upon V of S, output to the input ratio in the Laplacian domain. So this is considering the initial condition equal to 0. You might be thinking what is I1? It is initial condition equal to 0. So method 1, there are two methods to solve. One is simple, one means एक इसमें इक्वेशन लिखेंगे हम, बाद में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, एक इसमें डायरेक्ट हम लैप्लास फॉर्म में हम वर्क कर सकते हैं. अप्लाइंग KVL टू द लूप, एक ही लूप है यहाँ पे. सो वी मे राइट VI of S minus VI of T, time domain VI of T minus VR. VR is nothing but voltage across this resistance. Minus VC. VC is nothing but voltage across capacitor. खत्म हो गया loop. So VI of T will be equal to VR plus VC. Resistance का voltage and capacitor होगा voltage. उसकी addition is nothing but your VI of T. So we got one equation. And what is VI of T? ये वोल्टेज हमें लिखना है इन टाइम डोमेन. सो इट इज सिंपली आई ऑफ टी, जो भी करंट उसमें से पास हो रहा है, मल्टीप्लाई बाय रेजिस्टेंस, और इसमें से जाने वाला करंट हमें लिखना है कैपेसिटर में से, दैट इज नथिंग बट 1/c इंटीग्रल ऑफ आई ऑफ टी डी टी. ओके, दिस इज कंप्लीट. एंड देन आफ्टर देन वी टेक Laplace transform. So it will be VI of S equal to I of S into R plus 1 by, ये कैपेसिटर का लाप्लास क्या होता है, इट विल बी 1 by S into I of S, so 1 by SC into I of S, taking outside I of S, so VI of S will be equal to I of S into R plus 1 by SC. Equation number 1. We'll move to the another. आउटपुट भी देखना है हमें. So outer loop इसने इसको कहा है यहाँ पे, ये आउटर लूप कहा है, नहीं कहा तो भी चलेगा, बिकॉज आउटपुट इज नथिंग बट वोल्टेज अक्रॉस कैपेसिटर. सो V of T will be capacitor voltage, that is VC of T. That is nothing but V of T is equal to 1 by C I of integral of I of T dt. ये हो गया कैपेसिटर का वोल्टेज. टेकिंग लैप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म, V of S will be equal to 1 by SC into I of S. Now I have term, both term, I have VI of S, I have V of S. So here putting the value, that is I of S is equal to SC into V of S. We'll put this into equation. So I of S is equal to SC into V of S. जो previous equation था, यहाँ पे हमने I of S की value put कर दी है second equation से. So you get this VI of S is equal to SC into V of S into R plus 1 by SC. Taking the terms separate, we get output upon input in frequency domain. It will be 1 upon SRC plus 1. We may write it in time domain form, sorry, time form, time constant form, that is S tau 1 upon S tau plus 1. So where tau is time constant RC. So this is all the part of numerical 1. We'll solve this using method 2. We'll stop here. If any questions, you may ask. Okay, if there is no question, thank you very much. You may leave the meeting.